I love that people in here in the comments giving Vucevic slander on a night where he gave you 27. Was literally the reason you won the game. I love the Vucevic slander, dog. It cracks me up. It's literally the funniest thing from this season. It's probably 100% the funniest. The funniest Bulls take from this season is that Vucevic is bad at basketball. That cracks me up so much. Because it really shows that people aren't watching what's happening. They're just watching the outcome on the play. It really shows that people aren't watching what's happening. They're just watching the outcome of the play. Oh, they scored a bucket at the paint. Yeah. Ask yourself why. Actually break down the play. Why? Actually break down the play. Why? Last night's Vooch is an anomaly. It's not the norm. Why? Why, Electric? This is the part I like doing, right? This is the part I like doing. Why? Tell me why. Why isn't last night's Vooch the norm? Is it because of Vooch? Or is it because something changed last night in the game? In the game plan? Why isn't it the norm? Because we come with the slander for people, but we don't actually break down what the problem is going into it. Why are people scoring buckets in the paint? Is it because Vooch isn't stepping out to play defense? Or is it because somebody is coming behind him that's giving up? Oh, here's a good one. Because he disappears when he should be present. What does that mean? What does that mean? He disappears when he should be present. What the heck does that even mean? Is he getting the ball consistently? Are his shot selections different? He misses too many open point blank shots. Okay. How many times has he been cooking and he stops getting the ball? How many times has Vooch been scoring the way we saw him scoring last night in the first quarter, and we don't see him get the ball again the rest of the game? How many times this season have we seen that? How many times this season have we seen Vooch literally dominating everybody on the other side of the team, and the Bulls don't keep going with the hot hand? How many times have we seen that? Right? Like, it's hilarious to me how people look at it. It's hilarious because I ask all the time, are you watching what's actually happening? Why is Vooch getting beat inside the paint? Is it because Vooch isn't stepping up on defense? Or is it because the 6'4" dude can't guard a power forward that's coming through at full speed? Vooch not getting the ball is a coaching issue, not a fans issue. I'm going to be honest with you, dog. Nothing the Chicago Bulls do is a fans issue. Do you really think the Chicago Bulls care how you feel about one of their players? Hey, listen, I get on here and I talk sports all day. The Chicago Bulls don't care about what I think about their players. The Chicago Bulls should not care what fans think. You know why? Because Chicago fans are some of the most irrational fans in the world. Remember that stretch where he was DMVP? Y'all remember that? Y'all remember that stretch where Vooch was cooking because he was getting the ball every night, and it was all the trade Vooch people was quiet, right? It was real quiet. Y'all remember that? It's because you're only talking loudly when you have a point that you feel is valid at that time. Make that point when he's able to do so. And I give you this. You coming through with Vucevic slander on a night after he scored 27. I give you credit for standing on it. But let's be real. Why is Vucevic struggling? Why has Vooch regressed? Let's be 100% about it. Y'all watched Miami win 4 championships, and you absolutely would have wanted to trade Chris Bosh. Win 2 championships. I don't know why I said 4. Go to 4 championships. And you absolutely would have wanted to trade Chris Bosh. J1, Good point. He doesn't have the same confidence and toughness like he did while he was playing for the Magic. Just saying. He's not in the same role. Vooch was the number one. Vooch was the option, right? Vooch was the Bulls' option, or the Magic's option. Vooch is the third option on this team. Vooch is getting the shots that the third option would get. Are you saying he doesn't disappear in critical moments? I'm saying that he doesn't get the ball in critical moments. You want to know what the difference is last night? Let's run through it real quick, right? Vooch had 27, 5, and 4 last night. Vooch had 27, 5, and 4 last night. He shot 12 for 19. He took 19 shots, 2 for 5 from the three-point line. He took 19 shots. 14 of them were in the paint. You want to know what he did the game before while still giving you 16 and 13? He shot 11. Game before that, while still giving you 16 and 9, he shot 14. Game before that, while still giving you 16 and 9, he shot 11 shots. Game before that, while giving you 22 and 7, he shot 15 shots. There's not a bad game on here from Vooch for a while now, but I see a lot of games where he doesn't get shots because he's the third option. You're taking your rage out on a dude that's not getting the same amount of shots, and you want to blame him for every single loss, and that's just an unintelligent thing because you're not watching what happens. And that's okay. It's okay. It's okay to watch the games like that. To watch the game from the fan point of view where whoever isn't doing or doesn't have the most points on the screen is the problem. Whoever has the least amount of points on the team right now is the problem. But to look at something from a fan point of view is not the intelligent way to watch basketball. It's fun. It is. It's a lot more fun. I can just be pissed about, hey, Vooch didn't do it. But other than maybe, let me look through here. In the last couple months, other than 2-3 games, Vooch hasn't had a bad shooting night. Other than 3 games, Vooch hasn't had a bad shooting night. Vooch hasn't been the problem. What was different last night? That's the difference in the team. That's the difference in the team. What was different last night? That's the difference in your basketball team. Nico, here we go. What are you talking about? He's still averaging 15 shots a night. You're talking about intelligent. You're the one who said LaVine was going to average 33 points a game this season. Be honest now. I did because I thought Zach was going to be the number one on this team. Guess what? DeMar puts up numbers that break Wilt Chamberlain records. DeMar becomes the number one on this team. Let's also break down. He's averaging 15 shots a night. Okay, if he's getting 15 shots a night, he's being efficient with his 15 shots a night. But when is he getting those 15 shots a night? Is he getting those 15 shots a night at the end of the game or at the beginning of the game? Are they getting them going early or are they getting them going late? Is he having a what's it called? Like a consistent game? He's getting 3 a quarter. 4 a quarter. You know what I'm saying? Like how is he getting his 15 shots a night? Because if we're being 100% honest, he gets a lot of them in the first half and he doesn't get those same looks in the second half. So when you want to blame somebody for not putting up numbers in the second half, look at when he's taking the shots. Don't look at the averages and say, well, he's putting up 15 shots a night. He should be able to do this and get it. Guess what? On 15 shots a night, he's being pretty efficient. You know what I'm saying? I'm here to fight today. Hey, it's all good, baby. I'm solo dolo out here today. I'm solo dolo out here today. I love it. I love it. They were playing a sorry team like the Wizards. That helps explain the difference. Does it? Because again, they played a sorry team the night before in the Knicks, and he got 11 shots, and he still gave you 16 and 13. A sorry team. A much more sorry team than the Wizards are. The Wizards are at least a top 10 defensive team. They've just been through a ton of injuries and a ton of turnover. A sorry team. Hey, I love it, dog, because I just love looking at. I look at basketball in a different way. I look at basketball. Why is something happening? Why is something happening on the defense? Are they running a 1-2-1? Are they running a 2-3? Are they running a 3-2? Are they running man to man? You know what I'm saying? Nico, nobody was talking about when he gets the shots. Who said anything about that? LMAO, is Vooch and Billy's fault to freaking talk to the team. Hey, listen. You gotta be able to be intelligent about it, right? You gotta be able to be intelligent about it. When he gets the shots matters. If he takes 10 shots in the first half and he gets 5 in the second half and 3 of them come in the third quarter, guess what? He got 2 shots in the fourth quarter when it matters. That's how you got to break it down, dog. That's how you got to look at it. If you're gonna be, if we're gonna break down what the Bulls are doing, let's break down what the Bulls are doing. Let's break down what's going on. Let's look at it. Let's not just say he got 15 shots and now he should be able to score the best. That's not how that works. I get what you're saying. I understand how you're looking at it. Listen, I used to look at it the same way. But I can't look at it that way when I do this job. I don't get that flexibility. But isn't that the fault of Billy D's game plan? It's a part of it. Listen, here's the thing. Guarding the pick and roll is about, yes, it is a part of Billy D's game plan. I'm not taking away from that. I'm not taking away from that. But guarding the pick and roll is also on the players. Billy can put in whatever game plan he wants. If the players don't execute that game plan, and we've seen that defensively, the players haven't executed that game plan. I mean, it's not all on the players. I mean, it's not all on Billy, right? Billy's a big part of it. Yes, he is the coach that puts out the game plan. But you also have to execute said game plan. You know how the Bulls have been getting killed by these role players? Because they're wide open in the corner. Let's be real. The pick and roll has hurt us. The pick and roll has hurt us. But what's hurt us more is rookies in the corner wide open. Or not rookies, role players in the corner wide open. That's what's hurt us. Look at this Bulls team. What's hurt us? I mean, really. Are we watching the same game? What's realistically hurt this Bulls team on a consistent basis is leaving guys open on the defensive end. Guess what they didn't do last night? They didn't leave guys open on the defensive end. Also, are they playing a worse team? Yeah, but you know what? I've seen them play that level of a team. Oh, y'all didn't piss them off. Oh, y'all, y'all done brought this man out. Hey, listen, Haize, keep it kind of locked on here. You ain't got to troll nobody. As we bring in my co-host from Locked On Bulls, we got Haize in the chat.
What's going on? First, let me just say thank you for dropping the gospel on Nikola Vucevic today. It's what I needed to hear. And I'm keeping it. Listen, no Petty Roosevelt. I'm keeping it PC. We got you. I know this is a family program and whatnot. What's going on, brother?
What's going on with you, Haize? How you feeling, my boy?
I'm living, man. I'm living.
Hey, I ain't mad at you, man. I ain't mad at you. Listen. I just had to. I had time today. I'm solo. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes the trolls be in here talking, and they just not looking at the game the same way. That's okay though. That's okay.
Yeah. I've been dealing with it myself over there. It's funny how people are all like, no matter what, like I had somebody in my comments talking about, oh, well, Wendell Carter's having clearly a better season than Nikola Vucevic on a team where he literally is the number one option almost, and their team has what, 15 wins? Like, come on, what are we doing here? What are we doing?
No, when he dropped that 30-point game, the Vooch haters were out in droves, dog.
Yeah,
when he dropped that 30-point game, the Vooch haters were running to be like, I told y'all Vooch was trash. Bow. Yeah. What? Huh?
Yeah.
How'd we get here?
Yeah.
I mean, listen, give your breakdown of it. What are you seeing from Vooch that was different from last night's game that we've seen over these past few games where, listen, he's still giving you good production, but he's not getting nearly the same amount of shots.
Yeah, he went from being the number one option in the Magic to the number 3 option. And the thing is with Vooch is that I will give you this. Sometimes his lack of aggression does frustrate me. I will give you guys that. But we're talking about people having a player having a down season and still being in the top 10 of every statistical category of their position. In what world do we say somebody is terrible in which they're the top 10 of what they do at every statistical category? And I get it. People expected to see a different type of Vooch, and I did too coming into the season. I get that. But if we're talking about a player even on a down season is giving you a double, is leading the league in double doubles, damn near. What is he, number 3? So, yeah, I would like to see Vooch be more aggressive, but at the same time, you can only be aggressive so much as they're going to you. And Billy Donovan has completely pulled the rug under Vooch in games where Vooch is playing well. Now, when Vooch is not playing good, you got to go to other people. I'll give you that. But there's absolutely times where Vooch is going and Billy Donovan takes the ball out of Vooch's hands, and it doesn't make any sense because even if, like what we saw in last night's game, Vooch didn't have the same type of scoring output in the second half, but guess what? You still went to him, and the Wizards still had to respect him, and then he was able to be smart enough to make the correct passes to get other players in good position. That's how you use a big man with Vooch's skill set, period.
Yeah, and me and you talked about it last night on Locked On, dog. Like, when you use him in that way, how DeMar was going to him in the third quarter made DeMar's life easier. And that's what you need to keep looking at. DeMar runs into double teams like they're going out of style, dog. Like, he's always looking to run into a double team. But when you hit that double team, guess who's usually doubling? The dude that's guarding Vooch, because y'all not giving him the ball anyway. There's no reason to go to him. When DeMar did that little pump, got him in the air, threw it down to Vooch, and Vooch got an easy lay, all of a sudden it's like, oh, snap, he passing the ball to Vooch.
That's a fact.
Now we actually got to guard this. And then I think the second half is more indicative of what this team can be. Now, granted, I get y'all. It's against the Magic. You got to beat better teams than that. You got the opportunity coming up here at home where you're 26-10 at home. But when you saw Zach LaVine start knocking down shots, DeMar DeRozan's got it going, and Vooch is still a threat, and he's the one that's facilitating, and your bench is – dog, this team legitimately will be unstoppable. This team legitimately will be unstoppable.
And then when you add in Lonzo, whenever he comes back, Lonzo's ability to hit that outside shot, this team, as the way that it was initially meant to be constructed, keep in mind, what you do when you build a team, I think people forget that. There's no player that's going to give you everything Vooch gives you and defense. That player doesn't exist and be healthy all the time. So the way that this team was constructed is that Lonzo Ball was going to help with Vucevic's pick and roll defense, and then you had Patrick Williams to help solve some of the physicality and other type of issues that Vucevic lacks at. We never got to see that when Patrick Williams was playing. Yeah, the Bulls were undefeated, but Patrick Williams was still coming back from injury. And learning a new position. People also forget that, like, moving from the 3 to the 4, while that seems like an easy transition, you're guarding completely different players. So, like, like we never got to see what this team was designed to be fully healthy. We never got to see it. Now, again, I understand when people have issues with the team construction, that I can give people. AK did what they could. But at the end of the day, like, we never got to see the optimal version of this team that was meant to maximize Vucevic's positives and cover up some of his liabilities on the defensive end.
100%. I mean, listen, we got you here. Might as well ask you this as we go into the final topic. Appreciate y'all tuning in and rocking with us, man. We out here living out here, dog. Yeah, I'm saying we living right out here. While we got you here, man, I mean, I want to ask you this, and I'm sure we'll talk about it on Locked On Bulls. Make sure to check that out. Daily podcast every day over on Locked On Bulls. Check that out. If the Bulls, and we were talking about coming into this homestand, how the Bulls have a great record at home, a ridiculous. I don't think I realized how good it was. It's 26-10, the 72% win percentage at home. In their last 10, they're 7-3 at the house. If the Bulls go on this homestand and they win these games, how are you going to feel about them heading into the playoffs?
That would completely change the outlook of me saying I want to see the Bulls have a competitive first round to they are back to being able to make it past the first round. Like
Red Nation, are we here? The best show for Chicago sports.